Alright, so my remodel of the basement is going pretty well so far, and I've got, I've made some progress here. I've got the sidewall in, and I left spot for my next wall, which will be going right here. But the one thing I haven't decided to do is how to fasten it to the concrete foundation. And you know, the bottom plate really right now is just sort of floating, I guess. So I need to put it into the concrete. Now, one option would be to drill a hole and use a Tapcon or some type of fastening system. But the unfortunate thing is you can't drill through with a regular drill. Obviously, you're going to need to use some type of hammer drill, or better yet, a rotary hammer drill, which neither I have. And I don't have a whole lot to do. You know, I've got to probably, when I start building this wall, I'm going to need about 10 to 15 you know, connections for hardware. So what I decided to do was I decided to get what we call a Ramset. Now a Ramset is essentially uses 22 caliber bullets and a fastening system, which is essentially a nail with a washer. And what it does is it loads into your driver. Now the driver is essentially like a barrel of a gun, and you put your hardware at the end. You put your 22 caliber bullet in the other end, and then you're gonna set it with a hammer. Well, essentially, it's like shooting a gun with a nail at the end. But let's do some assembly and give it a whirl, see what it looks like. Well, let's see. Okay, well, I got past my first challenge, the challenge of actually getting it out of the packaging. As you know, this stuff requires tools on its own. But anyways, here we go. We have got the Ramset, and simple device. It's really nothing too fancy. You're gonna extend out the arm. What you need is you need fasteners, which I got the 2.5 inch because I'm going 2x into concrete. Now this is in a basement, so I don't need to go too deep into it. 1/2 inch is fine. The next thing we're going to do, if we can see this, is I've got the hardware, which is essentially a nail with a washer and a collet that makes sure that I insert it in properly. So again, it sort of holds it in place, and it's just enough so that it will not slide out. Once I've gotten the fastener in, I need one of these little Ramset 22 caliber fasteners here, a little bullet of sorts. It's really no different than any other bullet, but it's going to be inserted here. If we can see in the end, there's a spot to put it in there. Goes in, you know, just a little bit, not all the way. We're going to close this down to get ready to be fired. It's not down all the way. Now, in this point, it's not the safest thing, so I think next thing we should do is go over and fire our first round. Let's get those bottom plates into the to the concrete, and we'll go forward from there. Okay, I got my Ramset, I got my hammer, and time for the first run at it. I think right here sounds good. Ready? And it did not work. And there it is. Just like a gunshot, in nice and tight. And not too bad. That stabilizes the wall. I think I'll do one every 3 feet or so. And we're making progress. Highly recommended. I like that old Ramset. I think it's going to come in handy. And by the way, it was at Home Depot. It was only $21. The fasteners probably cost me another $10. So I think in total, all the tax, and I got a couple packets of them. I think it was under $40. And I was ready to go and give it a try. I love it. Ramset for setting to concrete walls or pretty much anything.
I see there a lowering, riding you coffin. I see there letting down, riding you coffin. Way over in that